with some other ambassadors of the Security Council members. We talked with UN agencies, humanitarian agencies on the ground. We exchanged the views with the Egyptian, UAE, humanitarian agencies, authorities and workers. And we visited the hospitals, and also we went to the crossing of Rafah. We saw the long queue of
Was
trucks.
it like you imagined, or was it even worse? Was it like you imagined it was going to be?
Yeah, I think it's even more worse than I imagined. Definitely, there's a huge insufficiency. I should say insufficiency to cope with the unfolding humanitarian catastrophe. There's a huge, on the one hand, there's a huge demand from Gaza. On the other hand, humanitarian goods are waiting to be passed to the crossing.
After this trip, what is the next move that the Security Council can do?
I think what we should do, of course, first is to really to see a ceasefire as early as possible, as the relevant resolutions called for an immediate ceasefire. That's the precondition for whatever we do next, and then we must do whatever we can to facilitate the humanitarian access, the passage of all the humanitarian aids. And that's badly needed at this moment, including having more crossings, including further simplifying the procedures of inspection. Currently, all the trucks are waiting for inspection there, and then only a number of them are allowed to come in. That's really causing a lot of problems.
Do you think the United States can be convinced now, after even the resolution that passed with some large majority? Do you think?
Well, it's not up to me to say what they should do, but I'm sure they have heard the strong voice from the United Nations member states, from the international community, even those humanitarian workers on the ground. They are holding the UN Charter in their hands. The volunteers, the young volunteers, they're holding the UN Charter in their hands, and they are saying that there must be peace. There must be a ceasefire immediately. We hope that they have heard about that, and they would also join the international community in putting the ceasefire in place.
I just last question, Ambassador. Does China have at the moment contact with the Israeli government to try to convince them?
We have been in contact with all parties, doing whatever we can to seek for ceasefire, asking for the protection of the civilians, and also to prevent the humanitarian catastrophe. We are doing whatever we can.